Well, guys, I'm heading back to Salmon, Idaho for work tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to get you a quick video out today. The old brown Ford from the neighbors that we got the motor all unstuck. Tail lights are on, that's good. Hopefully battery's not dead. Anyways, a lot of people said the firing order was wrong, push rods are bent, timing chain jumped, etc., etc. Because of all the fireballs. And I just said, well, probably stuck valves. So the neighbor's actually been driving this around quite a bit. And by doing so, it runs really good now. The carburetor needs to be adjusted. We got a new cap and rotor, and the valve cover gaskets are leaking really bad on this. So we're going to try to address those. Oil probably needs to get changed in it too, but not going to happen today. I want to get those kind of done for him so I can go park it at his house tonight and he can enjoy it while I'm gone in Salmon. But like I said, it started running real good and he has been driving it. He's actually ran 12 gallons through it, I think. Well, we'll see if it'll start. Oh, first time it's ever backfired. Yeah, buddy, she sounds good now. I don't know what that first little cough was. And I've never touched the brakes on it. They just work, which is amazing. And they are drums all the way around. I thought this would have disc brakes on it, but it most definitely does not have disc brakes on it. I guess that hill's a lot steeper than I thought. I don't know why it's coughing now, but could just be the carburetor needs to be adjusted on a little bit. Yeah, she sounds good. But anyways, we gotta lower the idle and do some things to it. And the idle's gotten higher and higher. I'm just assuming it's because it's got some, again, carburetor problems now. Or it could just be because the valves are coming around, or the lifters, I guess, and yeah. It's just running better, so now it needs to be adjusted. Oh. I did power wash this really good. It looks like I got to power wash it again. It was actually raining, so I couldn't tell how well I was power washing it when I did power wash it. But I'm going to fix on the valve covers. You can see how bad they're leaking already. And I got a new cap and rotor because this one is actually broke. We're gonna get those items on, and I'm probably gonna power wash it again real fast. So this distributor is totally seized. In fact, it's so seized, we forgot that it was completely seized. And we've never put the anchor back on it because that's how seized it is. We actually have beat on this severely with a hammer. We can't get it to move. And then we were driving it one day and the rotor just came apart, just fell in pieces. So we made a rotor, a bolt for the rotor. And got the rotor going. So that should be our new cap. That should be the new rotor. And I do want to thank everybody for your suggestions about the problems this has. And that's fine that a lot of people were saying the timing and the firing order was out, because I did come and triple check my firing order and it's exactly the same way that I initially put it. I didn't change anything, so, so that should fit on. So I'm just glad it isn't something like, well, I mean, knock on wood, right now it's not the timing chain. Wouldn't surprise me if the timing chain goes bad on this. But you know what? He wants to drive it as is until it has a major problem, and you know, it's his truck, he can do what he wants. So let's see if I can do this without totally screwing this up. There's that one, I think. Yes. That don't fit in there worth the crap, does it? Guess it fits a little better. And there's that one. Oh, don't fit in very good either. Oh. And I also should point out that I've been told by many of you to get a selfie stick or a tripod, and I really should. I actually have a couple of tripods somewhere. I just don't know where I put them. Come on. Let go. Boy. They don't want to let go of that cap. And then they don't want to fit on this cap very well. Who would have thought? Would it surprise you guys if most of these plug holes on this old are full of dirt and mud? Probably didn't help it running any. And before I adjust the carburetor, we're going to see how well it runs with a cap that's not broken and full of dirt. Probably not going to run much better, but we'll give it a try. There we go. All right. I'll bring you back when I get it started here. Had to turn off my cistern. Have to fill my cistern up for my house. And if I don't turn it off, well, it makes a big old mess. All right. She is just running good now. She got a little bit of a shake to her, but I imagine it's going to take a little bit more running for it to clear up 100%, but it runs better and better. All the time. like I said, for a motor that was completely seized, that's pretty good. And it could be a little bit out of time too, you know, on that little bit of a Scott. But again, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments how you would unstick this distributor, because we had actually, well, he had been coming out and spraying it with penetrating oil and letting this truck run for 30-40 minutes, really heating up, and then just spraying it down. Still nothing, hasn't even budged. And we're afraid of just breaking that distributor off. So maybe you guys might have the solutions for us. Now I'm gonna do the thing that's really gonna upset somebody probably. Okay, I'm gonna let you guess what I'm gonna do. That's right, I'm gonna glue these valve covers on because, surprise, surprise, nobody has valve cover gaskets for it. And these ones here have a couple breaks in them. They're not missing chunks, but they've got some breaks in them. So he wants to be kind of driving it around. That's fine. I'll just throw a little silicone on these, some right stuff, and we'll get it so he can start driving it around some without it leaking all the oil everywhere. And that may not upset people, I don't know. Well, what is this guy? What is that? Probably shouldn't be sitting there sparking. Well, I don't know if it's sparking, but I wonder what that's for. I'm gonna guess it goes in here. We'll just put them back. Pretend like we didn't see it. I'm kind of surprised that the old Jeep, or gosh, I keep calling it a Jeep, the old Scout video. We've done a couple of videos on it, and there's just not a whole lot of interest in the old Scout Internationals. But, you know, they're kind of like an AMC, I guess. You had to really like them. And I will have to say, I really like that Scout. The biggest reason I like it is because you can jump in it and drive it down the interstate. I've been in Broncos, I've been in them all. And most of those Broncos and Jeeps and stuff I've been in that are from the mid to late 70s, they're more utilitarian, if that makes sense. You know, they're more set up for off-roading and maybe hunting and working on the farm. And none of them really go over 55 miles an hour. They can, but you're really getting after them to do that. You're asking a lot from them. This old Scout, though, well, it cruises on up there to 80 miles an hour, and it don't even sound like it's working. So that's the biggest plus for me on it. I would say if it had a 6-cylinder in it and all of that jazz, I probably wouldn't keep it. I got enough 6-cylinder vehicles out here that can barely drive the city speed limit, let alone get on the interstate and drive me to work. So I think that's my real reasoning there for liking the old Scout. Okay, this is going to be a messy deal here, so I'm going to get these off, get them cleaned up, and glue them back on. Now you probably want to know, how dirty was the underneath of the valve cover on this? Well, not pretty. It's not horrible. That's the inside of the valve cover. and they're all getting oil. And I don't know what it is about these Fords. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos too where people pull these things off and they're just full of rust. But this one wasn't too bad. So neither is the other side. It looks pretty much the same as this side. So, and we did start and run this without valve covers to make sure all the lifters and push rods were actually moving and spinning and doing everything they should be. And they definitely are. And we pulled all the plugs and they're all a brown color. So it's running really good. And I think just a few more gallons of gas and a few more runnings and heat cycles, and I really think she's gonna just be good. Again, distributor's locked up, so we probably do need to time it, but for now she's running good enough. I mean, he's taking it pretty far up in the mountains already. Surprisingly, he's 85, something like that, and he's getting risky with it, but he hasn't broke down. So I'm gonna get these glued on, tighten down, and then we'll see about going for a quick drive. All right, we got her power washed. Probably gotta walk around the distributor. I'm not gonna fool with the carburetor adjustment right yet. But let's go for a ride. Probably should tell somebody where I'm going, but you know, what would the fun in that be? I'm home by myself anyways. Let's try not to hit the old 53. Roll the old window down. Man, she just runs good. I can't see nothing, can you guys? Bad part about this road is there's a lot of people that drive up this road now. So I may have to put you guys down to... She's just running though. Oh. Definitely tell I ain't got no weight in the back. Yeah, she is just hurt right on. And I think, again, I said this several times, but I think a guy just got to get in this thing and start driving it. You know, he's never going to get out on the highway with it. He doesn't like driving the interstate or anything. He's pretty much just going to keep it up here in the hills, so I think it's going to be just fine for that. Burning all that old oil off. She's a wheel spinner. tire spinner on dirt. I don't know if it would burn rubber on pavement. It might. Just might. Look at all that smoke coming in here. Watery oil. Or oily water. I just can't believe the brakes work on this thing. Actually upsets me a little bit because they work pretty good. And the brakes in the Scout don't work at all. I need to get that fixed. There's the tires from the Scout. Jeez, this thing's got a not very good turn radius. I came out here with the Scout the other day and it looks like I'm still the only person to come out here. That's all right. We'll go out here in the shade where we don't blind ourselves. Well, like I said, the old girl is coming right around. It's burning all that old oil crap off the intakes and everything. And I know my neighbor is really, really happy because, again, he got this truck for free in '95 and the motor was locked up. And he has never seen it run. He's never heard it run. All he was ever told is it ran great. And then one day they got in to start it and the motor was locked up. I have a suspicion that the float got stuck or something and filled the cylinder up with gas and hydrolocked it. That's going to be my guesstimation of what happened to this truck all them years ago. And you know, I don't know, I guess just water and everything getting in the motor, moisture, condensation, all that stuff caused it to be locked up a little bit more. Should unstickify the brake lights there. And I think he took it a little off-roading a little bit. Hang on a second, it's gonna take 3 hands to do this. He needs to get a new radiator cap. That one doesn't hold pressure. Yeah, she's just burning all that old oil off. I power washed it, but I didn't power wash the engine too detailed, not to get the electricals too wet and stuff, but we got all that other oily crap off. Yep. The old 392 barrel. Well, I guess I should have got the inside of the hood a little bit. Oh well. Well, guys, I think that's kind of the end of the adventure on this Ford. I'm going to take it back to my neighbor's house. He's up hunting. so he'll be gone for a week or so. And when he gets back, he'll start driving on it again a little bit. And it's up to him what he's going to do with it. I know he fixed up the exhaust on it already, and he's pretty handy. Even being 85, he'll climb under this truck and work on it. So he checked all the differentials and all the transfer case oils and all that stuff already. So he's got a new tailgate for it, and he's going to do something about the brake lights. He's going to put a few more miles on it, and then he's going to change out the oil. Other than that, like I said, I think the adventure's done. I think he's just going to start driving it, and I think that's all you can do with this. If you think you need to pull it and rebuild it, well, that's what a guy's going to do. But this motor's probably worn out. It probably ain't going to last too long, but I bet you it's going to last long enough for him and give him 10,000 million smiles. So, and even if it does quit working and motor goes out on him quick or something, he's got another 390 sitting in his shop, so not that big of a deal to him. Well, again, everybody, I really appreciate you guys watching this video and liking in it, leaving comments and all that. And remember, if you want to help me out, tell your friends. The more views I get, the better off I am. And it helps the channel get going a little bit. And if you haven't seen the Scout walk around video, go check that out. The Scout needs a little love. But as I've always told you guys, check it out or don't. It's whatever you want to do. I'm good with either way. But again, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.